Hey family, how you doing today? I'm Stephanie Wade, and I'm just want to give you a little free advice on who you listen to when they talk to you about relocating out of whatever country you're living in, whether it's the USA or anywhere else that you already in right now. A lot of people tend to scare you and tell you where you are is so horrible, giving you the grass is greener thing. But you can imagine when you need to relocate, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be getting a job where you are. You have to be self-employed. So that's whether you're doing business online, whatever it is. And a lot of them, some of their business is what? Relocating other people like you. So it's to their advantage to make you be very afraid and think that you can't do anything on your own, including think for yourself. So they're going to give you a problem, and they're the answer to their problem. And that's how they're doing their particular job, whether it's tourism or relocation. So they're going to always make everybody else seem like they're the ones that's out to get you, the ones that's money hungry. Let me tell you this. People are the same everywhere. Everywhere, everybody figures out how to make an income. And I don't think that my making an income by giving you consultations is any different than a local person charging you for their tour services. That you can't expect for them to charge you such little that it's not worth their time. Because you have to imagine that there's no such thing as a local price for tourism information, because they don't need that information. It's like me being in Galveston. This is my hometown. I have no need for a tour guide. But they do have tours in Galveston, all kind of tours, y'all. Walking tours, Segway tours, buses that look like railroad car tours. I mean, everything goes, y'all. They rent out little golf carts so people can get around. They rent all these little fancy cars that look like old cars, but they still just golf carts with the fancy look like car exteriors. But either way it goes, it's something that I wouldn't need in the first place. So you can't say that they giving me any special price because I'm from here. I have no need of any of those services. So I'm telling you, somebody that's from where you are is going to charge you what they would charge you for their time, wherever it is they came from. They're not going to charge you the average rate of any person that's there. And just remember, people are the same everywhere. So if somebody wants to take your money by overcharging you or not giving you what you expect, then it's the same regardless. So me, myself, as a person who's traveled abroad to more than one continent, more than several countries on some continents, I would have to say that I would prefer you to visit somewhere. And if you're even thinking about moving there, please go on extended stay. Stay as long as you can afford to, mentally and financially. And then you'll see even if you like the place before you ask somebody to help you find land and buy a house and all that other kind of stuff. Because it could be costly and you could end up losing money. So my advice to anybody is to visit first. Visit more than one country on whatever continent that you're interested in and see if you like it. Find out what the languages are and just think. When you're mixing with people in another country, if you mix with people who are at the same income level, birds of a feather flock together. And if you're dealing with people who have less money than you, well, then it's the same everywhere. If you're dealing with people that have less money than you, then you can't compare yourself to them because there's no comparison. You can't say, oh, I live like a local. No, you can say, oh, I'm imagining that I'm living like a poor person. But until you've actually lived somewhere, because you can't afford to live anywhere else, you're not living like a local, you know, because they have locals that have money, that's your elites, and then they have everybody else, you know. So coming from abroad, you're more than likely, you'll compare yourself to an elite. And then you will have less complaints about getting quality service. Because a lot of people want something for nothing. They want lots of service for a little money, and that doesn't work well anywhere. Trying to take advantage of somebody and get them to give you a lot for little is not going to work anywhere in this world. It just doesn't, y'all. You get what you pay for. That's what they've been saying since I've been in this world, and I've been here 72 years, y'all. So anyway, I just want to tell y'all, please, do your research, and do your research. Visit before you go anywhere. So that means if you don't have a passport, get one. If you don't have a passport, get one. And then research. Got plenty of YouTube videos on places that you want to go, and watch as many of them as you want to. Hopefully you just project it to your television set so you can see it on the big screen, and then you can decide from there where you want to go on your vacation, your extended vacation, so you can see if you like it. And then you can go from one of the countries to another country and stay there longer too. And then compare the two. And then you can do some other place the next time. Plan to move over some time instead of just rushing. And just remember that just because somebody said it on the video doesn't mean that it's true. Research for yourself when you get there in person. See it in writing. And if you don't see it in writing, go to more than one place in the area with real estate agents. And yes, you may have to pay them something for their time, because in the U.S., you don't get anything when you show people houses and apartments until the deal closes. So you can imagine that just like it costs money here to show people houses and don't make any money unless you close on it, same difference over there, only some people don't have the money to be taking you all over the place or following you all over the place, and they're not going to get any pay unless you decide to get an apartment. So be aware that it might be a service fee up front. And don't get mad. It's just what it is. Paying people for their time. Because I ain't going to lie, I did real estate here, and I did not appreciate showing people houses all over the place, and then they turn around and get the house from somebody else, even though they know I could have got them any house. They just had to tell me. They'll take up my time for days and weeks at a time, and then they'll turn around and call the number on the billboard and close the deal with somebody that never showed them the house except for that one time. But they was giving me unrealistic expectations on price and neighborhoods and number of rooms and all of this, you know. But anyways, I'm just felt like letting you hear from me all. Because I'm not getting anything for this. I'm giving it to you for free. Free advice. Don't let anybody scare you, telling you it's time to leave now. Nobody knows when it's time to leave except you. Because if you get stranded in a foreign country, nobody is going to bail you out. That's just not going to happen. There's no social services outside of the place that you come from, if you know it already have social services. And you know those social services ain't for everybody. It's only if you're at a certain income level. But it's just that you may have family and friends there. So if you're going somewhere where you don't already have family and don't already have friends, don't expect for people to bail you out in a developing country, y'all. They struggling themselves. Somebody try to make heaven out of someplace you going to, telling you that crime is less and this and that. Research for yourself, y'all. Because lots of time people live in a bubble and they don't even listen to the news. Because if they would, they'd find out that it's not as safe as they think it is. It's just not. And certain areas are safer than the other ones. That's just the way it is, y'all. And maybe they just was lucky, you know? But don't let people make you fear where you are. Nothing is going to happen to you that's not supposed to happen to you no matter where you go in this world, even if you just stay where you are. So it's just food for thought, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. And until next time, y'all, peace, peace, power to the people. I'm out, y'all. And don't forget, subscribe if you have not. It's free, y'all. And hit the notification bell so you know the next time I upload onto the channel. Bye.